What if I told you the average German works almost 400 hours less per year than the average American and still matches US productivity? That's basically 10 full work weeks off with no drop in output. How does that even make sense? Hey, I'm Misha. Welcome back to the channel. I was born and raised in Germany in a small town called Weilerbach near Kaiserslautern and Ramstein Air Force Base, and I have been living in the US for the last 10 years. Today, I'm unpacking the laws, culture, and daily habits that make it possible and what each country can actually learn from the other. When people say German work mentality, they don't mean staying until midnight. They mean precision over busyness. Do it right the first time and then go home on time. Once you're off the clock, your time belongs to you. That's not laziness. That's the belief that rest fuels performance. Here's the hard data. In a typical year, a German worker logs about 1,343 hours. In the US, about 1,705. That's 362 extra hours, and that equals up to roughly 9 extra 40-hour weeks. Why the gap? Structured workdays. Meetings start and end on time. Protected breaks. Legally required rest. And serious planning so projects finish during regular hours instead of bleeding into nights and weekends. And here's the twist. Germany's output per hour sits right up there with the US. So more hours technically equal more value. Time off isn't a perk, it's baked in. By law, a full-time German employee gets at least 20 paid vacation days a year, and many get 25 to 30. In August, entire industries slow down because people actually take the holiday breaks. Get sick. With a doctor's note, you receive full pay for up to 6 weeks per illness. And after that, insurance covers a large share of that. In the US, there is no federal requirement for paid vacation or sick leave. It depends on your employer and your state, of course. And culturally, Germans are expected to use their vacation. Americans often skip PTO because they don't want to look less dedicated. In Germany, some companies don't even want you to take over old vacation days from the previous year because then you have too many. But you could. And in a German office, working late all the time is a problem to fix, not a badge of honor. Meetings are short and focused. There is less got a minute, interruption, less multitasking, theater, and more deep work. In the United States, visibility matters. Be online, join the meeting, answer fast, keep the Slack light green. Germany says focus hard now and rest later. America says stay in motion, then figure it out. After hours, boundaries get real. Germany requires at least 11 hours of rest between workdays. Work more than 6 hours and you take a proper break, not at your keyboard, an actual break. Many teams have norms against evening emails. If you're off the clock, you're not answering emails. Job security is also stronger. Terminations usually follow a formal process with notice. In the US, at will. Employment means hiring and firing are faster, which can be flexible but also extremely stressful. And yes, lunch at the computer is practically a US personality type. We do have that in Germany too, but when I worked, hey, my coworkers and I got into the car and got away from our job site to eat out somewhere else and have a conversation. Okay, now, how do Germans keep productivity high with fewer hours though? First, deep work blocks. Calendar time that's truly protected. Second, clear roles, less duplication, fewer who owns this, who has to do that moments. Third, planned downtime. If half the country is on leave in August, you plan around August. A German engineering team might schedule a 14-month project assuming minimal August output. Similar US team plans for non-stop work, then scrambles when half the people are out. Even city offices in Germany close at a set time. Miss the 4 p.m. window? Come back tomorrow. It feels rigid until you notice overtime creep disappears. So what can each system actually learn? Germany can borrow some American flexibility. Switching careers and taking swings is often easier in the US. The US can borrow Germans' boundaries. Rest isn't a luxury, it's a productivity tool. Both models have trade-offs, but the numbers are clear. Longer hours don't automatically equal better results. So yes, on paper, Germans work less. But the secret isn't magic. It's structure, boundaries, and a cultural agreement that recovery drives employee performance. Which pieces would you actually import into your workspace? German boundaries or the American flexibility? Or maybe you would love a mix of both. Tell me in the comments if you love Germany versus USA deep dives. Hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends, like, comment below, and make sure you watch more of these videos right here. I'm Misha. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.